Welcome to ITL Trainer Talk. Today we're speaking to Tony Villani of XPE Sports. Tony's trained at least 5 top 100 picks in virtually every draft since we started tracking them about 10 years ago, including 4 first-rounders in the 2016 NFL Draft. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, Saints running back Mark Ingram, Bucks linebacker Levante David, Falcons defensive end Vic Beasley, and Falcons running back Devontae Freeman are among the players Tony has not only trained, but that regularly return to Fort Lauderdale to train with him in the offseason. Not only has Tony been featured on NFL Network, Bleacher Report, and countless other radio and TV stations, but he's also been offered and turned down jobs running NFL teams' performance and speed programs. What's more, he's also the inventor of the shred mill, which is being used by top combine prep facilities across the country. In addition to this, Tony's one of the best guys in the business, hands down. Tony, welcome to ITL Trainer Talk. How you doing, buddy?
Fine. Very nice of you, Mr. Stratton.
Okay, good to hear. Glad to have you on, man, and I appreciate you being here. As NFL fans know, Saints running back Mark Ingram had to sit out the first 4 games of the 2018 season due to a PED suspension. However, in his first week back, he had 73 total yards and 2 touchdowns in New Orleans' win over Washington. Tony, he spent a lot of time during those first 4 weeks with you. What did you do to make sure he wouldn't skip a beat in his NFL return?
After consulting, I had to do something similar for Jamal Lewis. Back in the day, he was suspended for 4 games. And then I consulted with Anquan Bolden a lot, who's retired but training with me. And we kind of just made the conscious decision to just keep him fresh, not try to mimic NFL football games too much. We took him to some NFL football practices at some top high schools in Florida, and the kids loved that. And he also went to FAU and got to work with their running back coach, Kevin Smith, on specific running back drills with pads and helmet on. Besides that, we just kept the script the same that we do in the summer. We worked on speed on a shred mill and technique and leg power every Monday, and we worked on like footwork and route running and catching balls every Tuesday. Covered Wednesday, hit the script again Thursday, Friday, and then just let him rest.
Got it. Okay, and so just kind of kept him fresh then and kept him sharp, but at the same time not trying to, as you said, not trying to mimic what he's facing in an NFL season.
Yeah, one thing you hear all these NFL guys after they train with us or maybe even with other companies is they're like, man, I feel so great when I go get back to my team for the season. But almost every NFL player, I think, is impossible. By week 10 to 16, they may be a little beat up. So after discussing that with Anquan Bolden and Mark agreeing, we just said, let's just go fresh. So your game 1, instead of having 16 games to grind out, you have 12 games. And let's try to make it the best 12-game season we can have.
Good point. All right, so Tony, one of the things that y'all have introduced, you invented it personally, is the shred mill. It's something that's, I don't even know how to explain it. It's more than a treadmill. It does things to ensure that stride length is correct. Again, you're the trainer, you're the inventor, you know a lot more about it. Tell me a little bit about it and tell me why it's becoming so popular with so many facilities across the nation.
No, you're exactly right. It does help your stride length, and as important as stride length is power and downforce, and it gives you instant feedback on how many miles per hour you're hitting every tenth of, it's just constantly changing the miles per hour, so you can see as your form's changing. So it's hard to put a GPS monitor or video monitor on someone and provide resistance and tell them what miles per hour they're running on the ground constantly with sleds or up hills, but we can do that with the shred mill. We love it. It's been featured in Stack Magazine, Sports Illustrated. Eric Berry just bought 2. Gerard Mayo's bought 1. Wow. Mark Ingram's bought 1. Kareem Jackson's bought 1. Anquan Bolden's bought 1. We love the market that the first college team to use it was Clemson University 3 years ago. And the first NFL team to use it was the LA Rams last year. Mm-hmm. So we don't take credit for those teams' success because so much more goes into a team having success on the field than buying a shred mill. But we like to kind of market that innovative coaches like Sean McVay and their strength coach Ted Rath of the Rams and the strength coach at Clemson, Joey Batson, who knows speed is now important and a buzz topic. They want to train that in their weight room like we do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. All right, Tony, I know you're busy, so I'm not going to keep you long. I wanted to ask you one last question. Who's a favorite player in all the players you've worked with and all the years you've been training athletes? Who's the favorite player you've worked with in all your years in combine
it's going to bring it back an old school name. It's probably got to be Jamal Lewis. Just because when he started with me and my partner Bill Welly at Chris Carter's FAST program for the Combine, he was a junior who didn't have a good junior year but had a great sophomore year, left early, was supposed to be the 5th running back selected. He pre-timed at like a 4.61. We were ecstatic with that. We thought we could get him to 4.4s. We pre-timed him at a 4, post-timed him at a 4.4. His agent started asking for a 4.3, and I'm like, this running back is 240 pounds, like, and you're asking us for a 4.3. Well, he did it. He ran a 4.3 at 240 pounds, and he was the 5th overall pick, first running back selected. Won a Super Bowl his rookie year. And then I reconnected with him after he tore his ACL his second year, and I reconnected with him before his third year. And it was on to become NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Next year, become an NFL MVP, you know, rushing for 2,000 yards in a season, 10,000 yards in his career, and just a truly just physical beast working out. No one realized how fast he was until he got in the open field after year 3. But we knew it during training. He was as fast as DBs in 40 yards, 60 yards, and 80 yards. And what he did for my program growing it in Atlanta, just the support he gave me, the success he showed on the field was amazing. If I had to pick one, it'd be him. He led to Takeo Spikes, who kind of started trusting me. And Takeo was the mouthpiece in Atlanta, and Takeo is still a mouthpiece of the NFL. Those two really, really helped my program so much. But Takeo would tell you, Takeo's the physical beast, how everyone is. But Jamal Lewis was one of a physical beast, and was my first client that looked at me and said, "We created XPE. I want to help you show the world what you can do." Made up a bunch of stuff. He listened to it, and it worked. So I kind of got to say he was my favorite.
Sure. I mean, and everyone needs someone who can really be an evangelist for a service and really help, you know, who has credibility and who can help build credibility for that service. I know that was a huge thing for you.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up, Tony. Tell me how many years you've been doing this, and tell me how people can find out more about XPE and what y'all do.
Me and my business partner now is Bill Welly, who owned Chris Carter's FAST program in 1999 when I worked there. So 1999 and 2002, we had first-round picks like Jamal Lewis, David Terrell, some other guys that the younger people don't know. And then I created XPE in 2002. And it's scary to say we're on 2019 Combine coming up. So it's been about 18 years as XPE Combine. One thing I'm most proud of is we've had more first-round picks than any other round drafted. So we've had over 30 first-round picks over the last 10 years. And we have guys picked in every other round. But if you total up our total draft picks, we have more picks in the first round than any other round drafted. And we really promote quality over quantity, and just hope people reach out to us. And it sounds bad, but you know me, I hate the market. So if you hear about me and want to talk, I'm definitely open to talk. But if you're looking at us to call you 20 times and treat this, as companies say, we're recruiting for combine training, we're not recruiting. We're giving you guys facts, and hopefully you make a wise judgment. And whoever shows up, that's all we concentrate on, those guys.
Sure. A lot of people say that, Tony, but you really mean it. And, you know, I didn't realize we both came in the same year in 2002, but that's pretty exciting.
Yep, that's about right. So,
Tony, thanks so much for
your time. I appreciate your site. You were the first one. I think I told you in 2008 or 9, like, quit promoting just who has first-round picks or where guys are drafted. Can you please show the results that these facilities are posting up? And you were the first company to really dig into results and show the world, if they subscribe to you, what results these facilities are getting. And that, even though it's just truth and proof and it's not skewed, has really helped my business. And I just want I want to thank you for always just reporting facts, because it's truly amazing when people follow you, what they find out behind the scenes.
Well, you're very kind. I appreciate it, man. Right back at you, of course. All right. Well, Tony, thanks again, man. We really appreciate it. And have a great day.
All right. Thank you, Neil. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.